try to get everybody caught up at home since we already did the first two slides. Talking about mid-segments. Definition of mid-segment. We said this is a mid-segment because it connects the midpoints of these two sides of this triangle. This is a mid-segment because it connects the midpoints of these two sides of the triangle. And this is a mid-segment because it connects the midpoints of these two sides of the triangle. So those once upon a time blue lines in there are the mid-segments of that triangle. Triangle mid-segment theorem. I'll read it with you because it's in my writing. If a segment joins two midpoints of a triangle, then it is parallel to the third side and half its length. So if a segment joins two midpoints of a triangle, so in other words, if it's a mid-segment, then it is parallel to the third side and half the length of the third side. Okay? Let me move this up a little bit so we can see the picture. So what is M and N in this triangle? Points M and N, what are they? What are points M and N in this triangle? Yes?
The midpoint.
They're midpoints, aren't they? M is a midpoint of segment AB, and N is a midpoint of segment BC. Right? And so the segment MN is connecting those two midpoints, making segment MN a mid-segment. So this theorem is saying, if this is the mid-segment, then it is parallel to the third side, segment AC, and what else does it say about it?
Half its length.
Half its length. So if you know AC equals 10, how long is MN? 5. Okay? So if we know AC is 10, then MN is 5. What if MN is 12? What is AC? 24. All right? 24. Okay? So what if sorry, I'm thinking in my head.
When you add the I's to the T.
There we go. I think I did this right in my head. What if MN is x plus 2 and AC is 3x minus 6? What is x going to equal?
3.
Let me ask it this way. How would we set it up to find what x is equal to?
What was the relationship between mid-segment MN and segment AC?
Jackson?
Would it be x plus 2 equals half of 3x minus 6?
Okay, that's one way. He's saying, could I write this? Okay, I would totally agree with that. I think with the fraction, it's gonna make it a little harder. What if we did it a little differently? What might we do? Hunter?
Put the x plus 2 in parentheses and times the whole thing by 2.
Yeah, or we could be saying, let's double this side. And set it equal to that side. So we're saying if we take this one and times it by 2, we'll get the third side, right? We take the mid-segment times 2, we get the third side. Just like Jackson said, if we take the third side divided by 2, we'll get the mid-segment. Okay? This one will be a little easier. If we distribute 2x plus 4, 3x minus 6. So what would I do to solve that? Silas?
Add 6 to both sides.
I could. Let's do the x's first, okay?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, minus 2 to both, minus 2x to both sides.
Yeah, because we don't want to move the 6 over and then end up wishing we moved the 3 over, okay? And maybe you already planned that far ahead, I don't know. So these cancel, we get 4 equals 3x minus 2x is 1x, right, which is x. Now if we add 6, like Silas said, what's x equal? 10. What if they said, so we know this now is 10, what if they said, what is mn? What is it? 12, because mn is x plus 2, 10 is equal to x, so 10 plus 2 is 12. Remember, the symbol mn without anything over it means the distance from m to n. So if they ask you, if they say find mn, that's saying find the distance from m to n. So we're looking for a number as an answer. Okay? So, don't circle it here and draw a picture to it and say here it is. That's not what they mean by find. Find the length of the segment mn. In other words, find the distance from m to n. All right? Okay. I'm going to pause for a second, glance at the homework, make sure there's not some crazy questions in there that might confuse you, and then we're almost done. There's just one more thing I want to talk about here. Let me unclutter this a little bit. Okay. So if I label this A, B, C, R, S, T, okay? Segment AB is parallel to what segment?
RT.
Louder, please.
RT.
RT. Remember, the mid-segment is parallel to the third side. So RT, this mid-segment, is parallel to this third side. So what other two segments are parallel?
CB and
Brandon?
RS.
I'm sorry, Brandon.
CB and RS.
Segment CB is parallel to segment RS. I agree with that. Someone new. What's the third one? What's the third pair of parallel sides here? Yeah.
Is AC parallel to ST?
That's correct. Segment AC is parallel to segment ST. This side is parallel to the mid-segment. Okay? So remember, they're parallel and half the length. Okay? Parallel and half the length. Today, we're going to do lesson 5-1. 1 through 20 all. Some of them will be very quick. Some of them will take just a little bit of time. Okay? What you don't get done after your quiz, you'll need to try to take home and get it done so you keep up. This is a very quick chapter. There's only 5 lessons. 2 weeks from today, remember we have only 2.5 days next week. 2 weeks today, I plan on our test. We will have another review day where we spend a lot of time writing proofs and working on that again. refresh ourselves before our test, but this chapter will go very quickly, so don't get behind, all right?